What's up, everybody? This is From the Gate Podcast. I'm Lisi.
Ses.
And we are over here talking about Pursuit of Me. That was so fake. No, I'm just joking. No, I'm not joking. So, the Pursuit of Me. When I first came up with this topic, the pursuit of me, it was mostly because I was on a path trying to figure out what it is that would make me happy. And I was so focused on what I needed to do in order to get on that path, what I needed to work on in order to be there. And a lot of times it actually came from the movie The Pursuit of Happiness, the one with Will Smith and his son Jaden Smith. And in the movie, he had talked about how it's all about liberty, or it's about life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And a lot of times I was pursuing happy. I found myself trying to do things that made me happy instead of focusing on the longevity of things, where what is it that I needed to work on in order to consistently keep it? Because sometimes I would just do something that would be like temporary satisfaction or temporary happiness. Then as soon as the moment is over, it goes away, and I just kept going right back to being unsatisfied and unfulfilled. So then eventually I started asking myself, what do I need to do in order to pursue me? I'm pursuing what my family wants. I'm pursuing what my friends want. I'm pursuing what everybody else wants me to pursue. But what about me? What about Annalise? What does Annalise really want? What does Annalise really need out of life in order to feel satisfied, in order to feel fulfilled? So then I started going on this journey I wrote down a bunch of things on what I needed in order to pursue me. Because a lot of times we're always pursuing what everyone else tells us to pursue. Oh, I gotta pursue the bag. Oh, I gotta pursue having a family. Or I gotta pursue this. I gotta pursue a long career. Don't get me wrong, those things are great. Those things are, sometimes those things are what makes life fulfilling for other people, but that just wasn't fulfilling for myself. That's not what made me feel fulfilled. And so I did a lot of writing, and I did a lot of just laying out. Every 6 months I would do a reevaluation of, okay, I tried this, it didn't work. Let's go back to the drawing board and see what else I need to do in order to pursue me. I started going on solo dates. I started going and hanging out at places by myself. I started using dating apps to try to meet different people. And throughout all this time of just the pursuit of other things, I eventually lost track of what I was trying to pursue, what I wanted out of my life. Went back to the drawing board again, wrote out what makes me happy, what makes Annalise happy. And first things popped into my head: traveling, coffee shops, exploring new places, meeting new people. And I was like, I'm not pursuing any of these things. I'm not pursuing traveling. I'm not pursuing going to coffee shops. I'm not pursuing any of these things that truly made me happy. Why not? Went back to the drawing board again. Started trying to figure out, okay, what do I need to do in order to make things happen? Then I got caught up in the 9 to 5. I got caught up in the daily routine, got caught up in making sure that everything at work was taken care of, focusing on work and doing all the things
that... Or which one was it?
Yeah, the strip club.
No, just kidding.
It's like the red light special. That's the place where I was taking part of. Yeah, I focused only on work, got stuck in the 9 to 5, still felt unfulfilled, did whatever I could to try to make myself feel happy, but it would only be in moments. And I was like, man, this is not enough. I'm not truly fulfilled. I'm not truly happy with my life. Like, what the heck is going on? Why is it so hard to pursue me and to pursue my passions and to pursue what I want to do? And then I went back to the drawing board again, started looking up ways in order to do my blog, started looking up ways on how to start a podcast, started looking up ways on how to break out of the mental box that you fear, which is yourself and being a failure. How to break out of that mental box of failure. Because I felt like I was failing myself.
And we all fall into that, though. I mean, that's normal.
Yeah.
I feel. I mean, unless you're Prince Charles, where you're born with a silver spoon, like a real silver spoon.
And so what do you do in that case where, I mean, even like Prince Charles, like people that do have money and people that do have all that stuff, they still are going through things that don't make them happy. Prince Harry wrote a whole book about...
Which one is that, the son or...
That's Prince Charles' son, yeah. Prince Harry was the youngest son. And he named his book Spare. How fitting of a title that is. But it's because he always felt like he was the spare child. Like his brother was the one that was called to the throne, and he was just a backup in case anything happened to his brother. And so he struggled with that his whole life, living in his brother's shadow. So it just really depends on...
This is the second one.
This is the second one, yeah. The one that's married to Meghan Markle.
The Hollywood actress?
Yes. She's gorgeous, by the way. I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I was saying, what is it? Went back to the drawing board again. And just so many times, the pursuit of me or the pursuit of yourself, you can put your own name in that blank. The pursuit of blank in any shape, way, or form is never going to be easy because a lot of times, for me personally, I would limit myself into that fear of what happens if I fail. And you can't be limited by that, especially if you're pursuing something that you love, and especially if you're pursuing something that you essentially want for yourself. You can't live in that fear, that state of, well, what if this? What if that? What ifs are not going to get you anywhere. And that's something that I'm learning now, is to stop living with what ifs. Just be like Nike and just do it. That's why Nike made the slogan, just do it. Because if you live in that mental box or you're like afraid to risk it, somewhere down the line, you're going to miss out. Somewhere down the line, you're going to miss out. And I don't want to miss out anymore. I'm tired of missing out. I'm tired of missing out. I'm ready. I'm ready. Promotion. I'm ready. The pursuit of me. What is something that you want to pursue? At first, I thought it was happiness. At first, I thought, and then I realized later, what I really needed to pursue was finding myself. And once I found myself, and I figured out what my passion was, and I figured out my purpose, now I'm on this journey of where I'm finally pursuing, and I'm pursuing my passion. I'm pursuing what I love to do. And I love it. I get up in the morning and I love it. And I'm so thankful to the Lord for it. And I'm so grateful to the Lord for the opportunity to do it. Because some people just don't have the opportunity to where they can actually finally break out of that box and say, I did it. Because at the end of the day, all you're really speaking for is yourself. You're not going to be speaking for the money you earned. You're not going to be speaking for other people in your life. You're not going to be speaking for the job that you have. You're not going to be speaking for anything else. You're going to be only speaking for you. So what are some things that you are passionate about that you want to get out of that box of fear? Get out of that box where you're afraid to fail. If failure wasn't an option, fear was not an issue, what's something that you would want to pursue? Do you have anything you want to add, sir?
I mean, what I would do, I just go down to what I didn't do yet. You're used to driving to work on the 405 freeway. How about taking the streets? It might take a little longer, it might not. You don't know until you try. Those are just ways that I've had to. And you have to take risk. That's the only way you're going to define or learn anything in life. So if you are uncomfortable or you dislike the situation that you're in, or I don't like to use the term situation, but just whatever environment that you're in. If you're unhappy or you feel like there's more to do, then do it. Working long hours. You don't like the job? Okay, we all don't start with a job we like.
That's true.
You start somewhere, and then from there you can create where you want to be, what you like, what you want to do. And that's where you find the enjoyment of living your life accordingly. That's how I've tried to do it most of the time. But, there's distractions. Some know how to handle distractions better than others. For the most part, it's always a journey. It's never been the destination in my life. So whatever you do, just what haven't you done?
Let us know what are some things that you are wanting to pursue or that you feel like...
It's a like situation when I bite winching. Yee!
This is From the Gate Podcast. I'm Lisi.
Ses.
Deuces.